Hello, my motor enthusiasts. What a thrilling Safari Rally Kenya we just witnessed. The final day involved a nail-biting 74 kilometers spread across 6 stages. Amid numerous challenges and high-speed maneuvers, it was Kalle Rovanperä and Joona Halttunen who took home the victory in their agile Toyota GR Yaris Rally 1 hybrid. A notable performance indeed. Yet, it was a day of upsets too, as we saw Thierry Neuville suffer a significant setback due to a broken suspension. We also observed some surprising time losses for Elfyn Evans, even though he secured some fastest times. The WRC2 category saw Oliver consistently leading the pack. And as we mark the end of the Safari Rally, we now look forward to the first full asphalt rally of the season, Rally Croatia. The competition is heating up, folks. With Thierry Neuville still leading the drivers' standings, the next event promises to be a game changer. My motor enthusiasts, if you're new here, I'm your bloke Enzo, your guide in these thrilling races we so love. Joining me is the insightful William, who adds so much depth to our daily rendezvous here on F1 Motor Fever podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, turn on those notifications, and share your thoughts in the comments. Sharing our podcast with friends and family will help us continue to deliver these updates to you.
Indeed, Enzo. It's always a pleasure to bring our listeners the freshest updates from the world of racing. And from the sounds of it, today's episode is set to be a cracker.
You couldn't be more spot on, William. We've got a lot of ground to cover today. Some of it will knock your socks off. So stick around, you won't want to miss a second of it. And as always, we're going full throttle. All right, let's dig deeper into this, shall we? The final morning stage, the infamous Hell's Gate, saw Elfyn as the fastest. However, Thierry suffered quite a setback, hitting a massive rock and shattering his right rear suspension. After the service break, things didn't improve much for Elfyn. He was losing precious time, yet he took it easy on the treacherous rocky roads. Now, something makes me wonder.
What's that?
Well, it's about the second run of Oserian. Elfyn lost a significant amount of time, which is strange given he was the fastest in the first run of the stage. Makes me question the legitimacy of these results.
So how about you give Victoria a ring?
That's a splendid idea. Let's see what she has to say. Hi Victoria, hope you're well. Just a quick question. We're discussing the Safari Rally Kenya, and I'm a bit puzzled. Did Elfyn really lose that much time in the second run of Oserian, even though he was the fastest earlier? Is that right? Thanks a ton, Victoria. Till next time, hanging up now. Well, it turns out the results are indeed accurate. Elfyn did lose a surprising amount of time in the second run of Oserian. Crazy, isn't it?
Blimey, that's quite unexpected.
Indeed, my friend. Just goes to show anything can happen in the world of racing. Let's look at the final overall classification of the Safari Rally Kenya. In the number 1 spot, we have Kalle Rovanperä, followed closely by Takamoto Katsuda, both driving a Toyota GR Yaris Rally 1 hybrid. Now, it isn't ideal that Elfyn ended up in 4th place, behind Adrien Fourmeau, but his perseverance is commendable.
Absolutely. In the face of adversity, he showed real grit and determination.
I'm glad you agree. In spite of the challenges, Elfyn managed to finish the race and secure some valuable points. It's that kind of spirit that makes Formula One so exciting. But it doesn't stop there. Thierry Neuville, despite hitting a massive rock and damaging his suspension, still managed to finish in 5th place.
Just goes to show that every race brings its own set of unique challenges, and it's all about how you handle them.
Spot on. This kind of resilience and determination is what drives these drivers to the finish line, no matter the obstacles. Their ability to adapt and overcome is what makes this sport so exhilarating. And it's this optimism that keeps us coming back for more.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Delving deeper into the thoughts of the drivers, Takamoto Katsuda emphasized the reliability of Toyota, stating how proud he was to drive such a car. His trust in his vehicle allowed him to push when necessary, even after a couple of mishaps.
Trust in your car can make a world of difference, can't it?
Absolutely. Moving on to Elfyn Evans, he admitted it wasn't an easy weekend for him. He acknowledged having good speed at times, but also faced a few issues. Yet he remained positive, expressing relief at being able to finish the rally.
An admirable attitude indeed.
Indeed, my friend. Now, Thierry Neuville had a candid reflection on his performance, acknowledging room for improvement despite having a decent weekend overall. He mentioned the team's consistent fighting spirit and seemed quite optimistic about increasing their lead in the championship.
Optimism can often be the key to turning things around.
Well put. And speaking of optimism, Ott Tenak remains hopeful for the rest of the championship. Despite his retirement from the rally and various issues encountered, he seems unfazed and is ready to get back on track.
Resilience is key in this sport, don't you agree?
Couldn't agree more. It's this relentless pursuit of success that keeps these drivers going, race after race. As the saying goes, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. And I believe each of these drivers embodies this spirit perfectly. Esa-Pekka Lappi of the M Sport Ford World Rally Team also had a challenging event, but expressed satisfaction with the speed he demonstrated. He commended his teammates for securing many points and looked ahead to his next event with the team.
It's that team spirit that often carries them through, isn't it?
Absolutely. And speaking of team spirit, Adrien Fourmeau had a fantastic weekend. He attributed his success to the team and the reliability of the car. Now on a roll with 2 podiums in 2 rallies, he's eager to secure one on tarmac next.
It's always exciting to see a driver on a winning streak.
Indeed. And Jordan Serdaridis finished 9th overall, expressing his affection for Kenya. Gregoire Munster, on the other hand, found his result less satisfying, but he remains optimistic and is already looking forward to Croatia.
Every race brings new opportunities, doesn't it?
That's the spirit. And that brings us to young Oliver Solberg, who despite his initial disappointment, is content with placing second and leading the championship.
It just goes to show that even in the face of adversity, there's always a silver lining.
Wonderfully said. Wow. I can't help but think how amazing the world of Formula One is. Such emotions, such competitiveness, such adrenaline. It's quite something, isn't it? What do you reckon, my lovely audience? Are you enjoying the content? Don't forget to hit the like button, all right? I'm absolutely loving these updates, and I hope you are too. Thanks ever so much for tuning in. Let's carry on. Oliver Solberg certainly showcased his love for the Safari Rally, mentioning the friendly atmosphere and the warm reception from the fans. He's already eager to return. He also expressed gratitude for his team and partner, Elliott. His strategic approach towards the championship is clearly paying off.
It's always heartening to hear how much these drivers appreciate their team and supporters. Those smiles and selfies can go a long way in boosting morale, don't you think?
No doubt about that. To sum up the results from the rally, Kalle Rovanperä and Joona Halttunen clinched victory again, continuing their winning streak from 2022, while Takamoto Katsuta and Adrien Fourmeau placed second and third respectively. It was Fourmeau's second ever podium, showcasing a controlled and calculated drive.
We do love a good underdog success story, don't we?
Indeed, we do. Speaking of scoring, let's have a look at the driver standings after round 3. Thierry Neuville is leading with 67 points, followed closely by Elfyn Evans with 61, and Adrien Fourmeau sits in third with 46 points.
It's a close race at the top, isn't it?
Absolutely. And in the manufacturer's standings, Toyota Gazoo Racing World Rally Team is leading with 131 points. Hyundai Shell Mobis World Rally Team is a close second with 127 points, and M Sport Ford World Rally Team is in third place with 72 points.
It's all to play for then.
Indeed it is. The season is certainly heating up, with the next rally in Croatia on the horizon. It will be the first full asphalt rally of the year, and is set to take place from the 18th to the 21st of April. It will be a real test for the teams and drivers.
Can't wait for it. It's shaping up to be quite an interesting season.
William, why don't we take a gander at some of the chatter online about our beloved sport? What have you got for us today?
Well, Enzo, a user by the name of Pedro, known as Funky Frankie online, had an interesting take on Alpine. He said, quote, "As a French person, you'd think I would be drawn to Alpine, but I'm not. I'm not sure what it is. The lack of real identity, the not-so-charismatic drivers, their lack of real ambition, they're not helping CEO tweets, they're not inspiring black livery this year. It's all very cringy. I wished they fully embraced their French way and had more fun with it, but it's all so dull. I preferred the Lotus or Renault years, at least they had an identity back then, unquote.
Blimey, that's a bit of a hot take from Pedro. Any reactions to his remarks?
Indeed, the reactions have been intriguing. For instance, an online user called Flyer says that Alpine lost its identity the moment they switched from Renault, ostensibly to boost their Alpine sales. Another user, Logigan, suggests that it might have been to prevent damaging the Renault brand with mediocre results.
Ha, I love the candidness of online discussions. Any other amusing comments?
Oh, absolutely. The conversation took a humorous turn when Cooper Jones suggested they should rebrand as Dacia, leading to a hilarious exchange about James May potentially becoming the team ambassador and the new Dacia Sandero lapping the Alpine F1 car. Meanwhile, Kangaroo Sauce and XMDG discussed whether F1 wins really boost car sales, given that F1 cars and regular cars cater to vastly different markets.
Now that's something you wouldn't hear in a formal interview or press conference. What a hoot. Anything else, William?
Yes, user Semidea Pro Nick shared his childhood memories of thinking his dad was cool for driving a Vauxhall Cavalier, like in the BTCC. There's also a spirited debate happening about the impact of the Renault to Alpine switch on the team's brand identity and performance.
Fascinating insights from fans as always. Remember, folks, that's the beauty of Formula One. It's not just about the races and the championships. It's about the passion, the history, the debates, and yes, even the online banter. You don't get this in many other sports, do you, William?
You're absolutely right, Enzo. The fans make the sport what it is, and these discussions are a testament to that.
Thanks for joining us today on F1 Motor Fever podcast. We've had an insightful discussion on the recent race, heard some interesting perspectives from fans online, and you've been a fantastic audience. Remember to turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming episodes. We'd be over the moon if you could share our podcast with your mates, virtually or over a pint. If you've enjoyed our banter, do leave us a comment.
Absolutely. Don't miss out on our next episode. We've got some cracking discussions lined up for you. We're raring to go, and we hope you are too.
Thanks again for tuning in to F1 Motor Fever podcast. We can't wait to bring you more engaging content from the world of Formula One.
Absolutely. And before we call it a day, let's wrap up in our tradition. Remember, folks, Enzo, William, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road. Our channel's content is pure gold.
Until next time, take care.
And keep the F1 passion alive.